which is an incredible statistic for the people. And I think I know what you're getting at, for the people that say
a lot of
this.
conspiracy
Yeah,
theorists out there.
it's all BS. I've read the scientific reports. I was there. I know what the decisions were. Anyone that is saying 7 World Trade Center was an intentional government conspiracy theory, blah blah blah, is misled at the nicest, or a conspiracy theorist who wants to make money at it at the worst. And there are those people out there. So there was no plot. There was no government plot, anything that had anything to do with what happened on September 11th. This was an Al-Qaeda plot, blessed by Osama bin Laden, carried out by Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and his band of terrorists, who had promised after the 93 bombing, they had promised that they'd be back. They promised it after the 93 bombing, and they made good on that.
What was the 93 bombing again?
That was the World Trade Center.
Oh, okay.
So Khalid Sheikh Mohammed's family was involved in that also.
Okay.
So this is all related to
Right.
Radical Islamic terrorism, with hatred for America. They call America the great Satan, and Israel the little Satan. That's all this was. And so for people to hold on to these conspiracy theories, to give them any credence, angers me, because it takes away from the truth of the story.
Right.
And the truth of the story, that radical Islamic terrorists who hate what America stands for, planned and executed this successfully. In fact, we believe that the second plane was timed to crash in after the firemen and policemen got there because of the first one. So they actually timed it so that they would kill more firemen and kill more policemen. And we have some anecdotal evidence of that.
Do you get a lot of conspiracy type people reaching out to you?
No. You know, I mean, I think they kind of know to stay away from me.
Right.
I'll wipe the floor with them with facts, you know. So,
right.
It's all BS. I don't even, in the beginning I got pretty angry about it. Now I'm just like, yeah, that guy's a nut, you know.
Right.
Whatever. That's not what happened. I was there. My friends were murdered. You know, I have reason to know the truth on this, and I promised my friends I would never forget. So,
explain more about your friend who was a Navy SEAL. You were saying that anyone who comes out, who talks to him or claims that they hate Muslims or whatever, he jumps down their throat.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because he fought in Muslim countries, right? He was injured in Karma, Iraq, trying to defend innocent Iraqi people from the bad guys, from the bad Iraqi people, from ISIS / Al-Qaeda. In order for his SEAL team to survive there, they had to rely on communications with and support of good Iraqi Muslims, including his interpreter,
right,
which they call TERP, right? That's the military term.
Right.
And his TERP was one of the most American loving people he ever met, and would wear the American flag and would dream of one day being free in America. And when you paint Muslims with one brush as being one way or the other, it's not true. And you weaken the strength of these people who want freedom. And there are a lot more Muslims, certainly in America, who want that freedom than there are Muslims who want to attack us.
Right.
And I think that's who I fight for. By challenging the bad guys, by going after the bad guys, by prosecuting them, by confronting them in the media, confronting their lies, the people I'm helping the most are the innocent, freedom-loving Muslims of America. And that's kind of what I'm most proud of, is that we give them, we give the good Muslims room to breathe. And I'm as proud of that as I am about fighting for the memory of my friends, I guess. I never thought of it that way before, but we have to be able to discern the difference. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because they lie sometimes. Imagine that.
Yeah, people lie.
Yeah.
There was like an overwhelming sense of camaraderie and patriotism in the country after that.
Yeah.
What was that like, and why do you think it was like that, and what was your experience with that?
It was something that all Americans could rally around, right? America was attacked at the Pentagon on the plane, Flight 93, which they were trying to crash into the U.S. Capitol, and in New York City. The attacks were so egregious against America that it united Americans of all stripes. And then we didn't see that again until the night that we learned Osama bin Laden had been killed, when those spontaneous, patriotic American rallies popped up spontaneously all over America. I'm sad that that's what's required. For me,
That we need to have an enemy,
I guess, but
like a common enemy or
yeah,
something?
we should be like that more often. You know, we should be like that a lot of the time.
Shouldn't take something like 9/11.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. You know, I mean, back then, I was in a washing machine, just spinning around. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't hear anything. I didn't know what was going on in America. I didn't know anything. I knew when we left Ground Zero that when we went out on the West Side Highway, all the people were out there with American flags and signs and screaming, "I love you" and "Thank you." But I was not in a place where I really understood what was happening throughout America.
You kind of had tunnel vision.
I was just completely overwhelmed, completely